Has the interwebs fired up? It looks like we're live. Folks, welcome to Gamcast for a Monday evening. If you're looking on the screen there next to me, you're seeing a copy of Hunter Biden's pardon. That's what we're going to talk about tonight, break down how all this works out, and if it's legal, if it's legit, if you can proceed against Hunter Biden, a bunch of things like that. Gamcast, the Atlanta litigator, where we break down the news of the day through the lens of the law, Constitution, and histoire. So there it is. For those offenses against the United States, which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period of January 1st, 2014 through December 1st, that would be yesterday, 2024. Those words are extremely important, folks, for reasons I will explain in a moment. But generally in the law, we call that a quote-unquote blanket pardon. This is very unusual. Very few people in history, except Hunter Biden, only Richard Nixon has gotten one. That means you're pardoned for anything you did at all. Nixon only got 5 years. Hunter, he got more like 10 and a half. Wonder why that was the case. Anyway, you'll recall when he was back still claiming to be running for president, he said he would not pardon his son. Take a listen.
I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him. Question regarding
so he's a lying scumbag who rigged the election. Look, frankly, anybody, and back in my Twitter feed and in these videos, I said he was going to obviously pardon his son because he's just waiting for the election. But, of course, the people in the media, they all bought it up. You'll remember they talked like this at the time. Why wouldn't I hear
to
it?
live up to his values when it was really personal, and he did that today.
It seems like a pretty normal, straightforward answer, but it takes new weight when we see what Trump is saying about the outcome of his trial. We're hearing from other Republicans who say
our elites are at this point, you can't tell if they're just stupid, or they're just complete liars. It doesn't matter. But let me break it down for you. Here's why this pardon is so significant. Go back to it. People like Steve Bannon that Trump hadn't pardoned, they were pardoned for the specific crimes. Hunter Biden has been exonerated for all crimes of any kind against the United States for 10 plus years. And that is called a blanket pardon. It's very unusual. And again, you won't hear this in the news, unfortunately. We wish you could. But he's only been charged with 2. So why put in the others? Well, why put in 2014? I'll tell you why he put in January 1st, 2014. Because Hunter went to work for Burisma in April of 2014. So basically, he's pardoned himself. Can he do it? Is the first time it's ever been done to a direct relative? Yes, unfortunately, he can. And folks, if you're hearing it here first, he's going to pardon a lot more people. Don't be shocked if Hillary gets one. I'm not kidding. Don't be shocked if Barack gets one. Don't be surprised if he pardons himself. Can he do that? It's what they call in the law an issue of first impression because it's never been raised. We've never had a direct relative pardon. We've never had a president try to pardon him or herself. But if it does, even though it is an issue of first impression, we have a Supreme Court precedent on it, most scholars agree in the law, yes, you can. Why? Because it's not limited. It is a purely plenary power of the president with no limitations of any kind. What does this mean for Hunter Biden going forward? Well, it means all the cases are gone. And here we are on the right, Benny Johnson. I'm not picking on Benny Johnson. It looks like going forward with this Trump presidency, I'm going to be one of the people who's on the libertarian or the populist or the right or whatever I'm on that's going to push back against my own side. Special counsel David Weiss rejects Hunter Biden's bid to dismiss his indictment, saying pardon doesn't erase the charges. That's not what he's saying. It is technically required and absolutely proper for this district attorney to say, okay, you got a pardon, but I want you to file it in the record. When you file it in the record, then and only then will I dismiss the charges. In other words, you've got to accept the pardon. That's pure law there. Believe me, this case is gone. Now, does it mean that you can't ever go against Hunter Biden again? Yes, it does. He's been, for federal crimes. State crimes, you can't do anything about that. But for all federal crimes. But here's the important thing. That doesn't mean the people who were involved are pardoned. They are not. So that's very important. That's why you're going to look to see over the next few weeks until he leaves on January 20th of 2025, you're going to see a lot more pardons because he's got a lot more covering of the butt to do. One more thing that's important, then I'll leave it with this, going a little long today because it's kind of an important issue. Now he can no longer plead the fifth. So if he gets subpoenaed, he can't say, hey, I plead the fifth, right? Because he has immunity. So he can't be charged. So he can no longer plead the fifth. So if Trump wants to go after him and get him to rat out other people, he's going to have to do it, which is why you're going to see Biden pardon him and more people. So, folks, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you do, you will see me on the next one.